The first message says, "Hello, sisters. My name is Ajwa, and I need your advice. I've been married for 15 years with 3 children. In the 9th year of our marriage, I realized he was cheating on me, and I confronted him. He admitted he was cheating and said he won't stop. He's recently working on a project and has asked me to help him financially because he knows I have the means. With what he's been doing to me all these years, do you think I should help him? Because regardless, he's still my husband. I need your advice." Now, this is an interesting one. Usually they would tell you, oh, you know, that's the last time, I'm never going to cheat again. But this guy is saying he will not stop. Demi, since you're the one who's been gone for long, weigh in on this first, shall you?
All right. So run the numbers by me again. They've been married 15
for 15 years. They have 3 children.
Okay.
In the 9th year of their marriage, she found out he was cheating. She confronted him. He admitted, but said he's not going to stop.
Okay. So from year 9, this means that he's been cheating, as you know, per assumption, for the past 6 years, because they're at year 15 now. Interesting. And she's wondering how much more she should invest, probably financially, since he's working on a project.
That's right.
Okay. So if
like the way you said, okay, it's like, this is so ridiculous. But yeah, go ahead.
If she has accepted his cheating, you know, from the time where she had evidence per his admission for the past 6 years, and they're now 15 years deep, then what's the complaint? I'm not sure what it is, because if it was a deal breaker, then maybe they may have had, you know, parted ways, because he said he wasn't going to do it again. He was actually going to do the opposite, right? Right. Continue and cheating. Not stop. So then he brought in a new deal, and she, you know, continued with that bargain. So if she's talking purely about finances and if she should invest rather than her emotional, preferences for a man who is obviously in bed with other women, then perhaps that's a different topic. But maybe we'll have to merge the two together, because usually for women, all of it comes down to our emotions and how we're feeling about things. So if you ask me, she's been in it so far. He's continued to cheat. Maybe she probably has further evidence, or she just, you know, put the matter to bed and did not bring it up again, but knows that he is. So probably every time he says, I'm going over here, I'm going on a trip, she's probably thinking that, but that's a lot to carry, though, in a marriage, and to carry this on a daily basis for 6 years.
And that's what she knows about.
Yes, what she knows. So what you don't know is even deeper, right? Right. And now she's concerned about how, you know, investing money, but she's invested so much more. So is it really, what are his goals? How does he treat the home? Like, is this something she wants to accept? He takes care of me, he takes care of the children, he takes care of the home financially as a man, so fine. Or, but she's saying that she makes more money, at least from the summary.
Well, that we not more money per se, but she has the means, yes.
Yes, one way or the other, somehow she's a woman of her own. So really, why then is she in this sort of arrangement that she's clearly not happy with? So why are you taking what you don't deserve? It's my question for her.
Right. Good question.
So
maybe when we meet there, we can ask it. But for now, Rosie, what do you think?
6 years, knowing this. So why bring it up now? And a lot of people, like I said, I mean, one will think that because she's probably financially stable or sound, and she probably has kids already, one will say that, why is she still in that relationship? And that brings to the fore people's bondage to marriage as a necessity. Like, they have to be in it or nothing else. There's no other option but to be in it. And as a woman, getting out of a marriage meant failure. Sure. So most of the time, you see a lot of women who are in all kinds of relationships. Things are happening that they are not happy with, but they're in there because the moment they decide to walk out, the tag is going to be, hey, that woman that the husband left her. Even in some cases where the woman actually decided to leave the marriage, the first assumption is as the man who left the woman. So it becomes psychologically, daunting, for some women, they may have it all, finances and everything, but they don't have the willpower to say, I'm stepping out. And I'm sure this is what happened, coupled with the fact that they already have 3 children, and she's thinking, do I want to deprive my children of a father? It's possible he's a good father to the children. It's possible he plays with them, he goes out, buys stuff with them, bonds well with the children. So she's seeing all of this, and then she feels like, look, let me not deprive my children of their father, which is also not a bad thing. I mean, it's a matter of choices, what you think is more important than the other. But then again, this thing bugs you. For me, this is what I'm going to say. The money is yours. The same way his PP is his.
Yeah.
That he decided that he's going to go
Now
ahead and
community
cheat. That
PP.
he's decided that he's going to go ahead and do it. I mean, forget what you want to do. My question is that, do you want to invest as a business because you feel like he can turn it around and make something good about it, and indeed give your portion back to you, and possibly with some interest, like a business deal? If you trust him that much, you can go ahead and do the investment, and it's purely business. If you have issues about investing, you to just say, no, I can't.
That's all.
Simple.
Really.
For me, this is what it's not tit for tat, but it's like, marriages or relationships are about healthy compromises. So if one party cannot have a healthy compromise, which is for the good of your family, why then do you also have to bend all the way back, especially to your detriment? It doesn't make sense. So the thing is that, look, do you want to invest? Either as a wife or as a business partner, sort that out. If it's as a business partner, make sure you sign relevant contracts so that you know that money came from you to him, and this is your expectation of him at this particular point in time, XYZ. Then you can do that. If there are interest components, iron it out. If you want to give it to him as your husband because you feel that aside his cheating habits, everything else is perfect, that's your decision to make. But if you honestly don't feel good about it, what stops you from saying that I won't? I can't.
I mean, she shouldn't have.
And you
any
don't have to even
qualms.
give a breakdown like, oh, I can't because I'm using my money for X, Y. Just say I can't. Simple. That's what I think.
Right. Sabby. Just say I can't, says Rosina.
Yeah.
What do you say?
I'm always trying to listen to what people don't say. He said to her, I'm not going to stop. This was 6 years ago. I guess for me, I'd love to know so much more. So from the moment that he said, I'm not going to stop, to where you guys are now, what is your relationship like? Are you a couple? Are you just raising kids? Do you see him as a friend? She said, he stole my hand, So it's like, that statement almost says to me, no matter what happens in this marriage, he's still my husband, I'm not going to leave. But then at the same time, when she says, I'm financially stable, he wants money from me, the fact that you're even asking advice means you don't trust him. You don't trust him. So you're caught between he's still my husband, but the fact of the matter is, whether we can be in denial or not, he's cheated, he says he's not going to stop, that means he doesn't respect me. And so there must be a point at the back of her mind that says, what if I give him this money and he becomes more financially stable? What if he leaves me and the children? Because my mind says that she's already made up her mind that this is her life. She's not going anywhere. But now she might be getting nervous because if he does better, he might have more of what we call chutzpah. He might have more guts to leave, because now he's got the means to do so. And for me, it's just very confusing because I feel like the man is showing her clearly how he feels about her. She's a means to an end. She's a means to an end. He's getting the best of both worlds. He's got his wife, and when she says he's still my husband, the assumption in my mind then goes, she cooks for him. He's got the most amazing life in the home, but then he also gets to go outside the home, and nobody gets to say anything about him. So I'm not even worried about the money, whether he wants the money or not. I want to know from her, what makes this okay for her?
Yeah.
Why is this okay for her? Why is it okay for her to be cheated on? Why is it okay for her to live in a situation that she has no control over? And why has she created a lifestyle where she's become a participant, aka a victim? So for me, it's not even about the money. The money is a symptom of a bigger problem. Is she okay with living this kind of life 10 years from now?
Great question.
So for me, there's just a lot of questions because it stems from self-respect. And before we even talk about money and all of those things, she needs to figure out why is it that this is okay for her? Why is this enough?
Alrighty. Why is it? I mean, you've asked all
Yeah,
the questions, to be honest.
right?
and just listening to you, like, you can't help but think she's just got the short end of the stick, and she's sort of happy with it. Weirdly so, because I know a lot of women who, well, maybe would settle, yes, but at the end of the day, for how long? 6 years.
Too much.
And now he wants your help financially. Okay. So maybe this is your bargaining chip. If he wants your assistance, then he has to give you something for it. It could be giving up cheating if you still want that marriage or something along those lines. But if not, well, I'm not sure how you're going to deal with this. Certainly an unhealthy position you find yourself in. Thank you so much for watching Sister Sister on your favorite City TV. Now, don't forget, if you want some more exciting content, you can always subscribe to our YouTube channel. We call it the City Tube. And don't forget to click on the bell to receive notifications for fresh updates.
Sister Sister, every Friday at 9 p.m. only on City TV.